Hello, I am Creeps, and welcome to my channel. Here is where I do creepypastas and other horror related things. And today, we're going to be doing a new creepypasta about Slenderman. Now, some of you may think that, oh, it's Slenderman. He's not exciting at all. We've all heard about him. Well, bullshit. I'm doing it too. I mean, just go check out Mr. Creepypasta's new Slenderman video. God damn. People just be fucking shitting all over Slendy. God damn. Well, God. I do have my alias that I want figured out. I mean, it's like my alias is like supposed to be what they it's supposed to be more of like a person rather than something scary. Like Mr. Creepypasta's alias, he'd like, we look at his and say, what the fuck is that thing? Anyways, I'm so tired right now. I just haven't gotten any rest today. If I haven't been fucking swimming, I've been working and I've been bullshitting everywhere. So, anyways, let's get on with this. No, I'm sorry I didn't have it set up beforehand, but I guess I should have had this set up. Well, it gives you a little time to learn about me. I'm actually a creep. That's my alias. I want to show you guys a picture of that, but I have to figure out how to do this on this freaking computer. Cause I'm not used to my old one. Or I'm more used to my old one. Anyways. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as good as I want it to be, but I'll try it. Tired. Yep. See, what you don't know is that my webcam is connected to one of the most crappy computers I've ever had, which is very not compelling. Dang. Okay. Here's the first one. Here's the go. I'm a 15-year-old, soon to be 16, and I'm very passionate about creepypastas, video games, music, art, manga, and anime. Just about my entire life is the internet. I basically spend 24/7 playing MMORPGs, strategy games, or horror survival games. I compose music in my free time. I love anything about manga and anime. I became a fan of creepypastas a couple years ago. My cousin told me about the Slenderman, a tall, thin man with a black suit and a pale face. He told me about how the less you know, the better it is. But I couldn't just stop where knowing that I had so much to learn. I went on to Google and found the wiki. Scrolled through tons of creepypastas. Jeff the Killer, Rake, Pokemon Black and Lost Silver, Candle Cove. I couldn't name them all. There's just so many. Anyways, I found out basically everything about the Slenderman. I managed to find a guy on YouTube named Mr. Creepypasta who read about the pastas and started to scan through his videos, always begging myself not to go to the next one, but pushing myself onwards. I enjoy a good scare, but I wasn't prepared for the scare I got. What will happen to me now? I don't know. All I do know is that the Slenderman is following me. I beg you, whoever the hell you are, please help me. My first encounter with the Slenderman was a few months back. It was the middle of July, I believe. In school, it was the middle of July, in the school holidays. I went out for a walk down a quiet country path, which led out of my village and over to my uncle's house. He owns a rather large area covering a couple of lakes and a field or two. It's a long path, but it's quiet. And the summer, it's a wonderful idea to walk down there while the sun is setting and just to stare at it while it shines golden rays of light down to the healthy fields. I stood on the path and watched the sunset for about an hour or so. I never noticed just how long I was standing there. So when I noticed, I decided to continue walking down the path. I wish I hadn't. It started to go dark, and shadows ominously loomed over the once blessed fields. The trees became distorted, and I started to feel intimidated by shadows. I pressed on, however. Feeling myself, telling myself I couldn't fear anything. Oh, what a damn fool I was. I decided to reach a point on the path, completely open, free of darkness. I looked around. Nothing but moonlit fields. Shady trees and stars in the night sky. I told myself it was time to go back, and my mom would be mad at me if I stayed out too late. When I looked back the narrow path I had abandoned for the sake of not being yelled at, I saw something. At first, it seemed to be nothing more than another tree, but it was moving differently to the other trees. I stared at it for a few seconds. A man, thin, tall, staring right at me. Arms seemed to dangle like strings, and his face seemed contorted. His body stood out of the trees like a man in a flock of sheep. I could see his breathing, long and heavy. I stood there, staring back at him, my eyes endless pits that I could never close. My heart started to race like crazy, and I started to breathe faster and faster. I shook like a madman, and even though I was scared, I couldn't run. I couldn't turn away in the fear of my life. I kept telling myself to do so, but I couldn't. After a while, I shook my head, dragged my foot back, and turned to the door. Grabbed my key and locked the damn door. I ran back in my room, trying to prevent myself from crying the entire time. At the time, I didn't have the guts to post this online, or anyone to tell anybody about what I had seen. But I knew exactly what it was. I know that he was following me. Never told anybody. Not my parents, nor my friends. Nobody else knew until now. I thought about what I had seen for a long time. Why would he be following me? What should I do? Should I explain everything to someone? Has he been there before? That was when I thought about what I had just asked myself. Has Slenderman ever been there before? Have I ever seen him before and just not worried about it because I never knew about him? I tried to remember sometimes when I saw him before. I suddenly remembered the dream. It was a simple dream. Now I look back on it. It's the worst I've ever had. I simply walked into an endless forest, which seemed to collapse in on itself the more I walked through it. Nothing happened until the end. Suddenly the path stopped, and I ended up standing in a field, turned back to find the path had gone, and all that was left was an endless black field. The sky was dark, with no stars. I turned back around, expecting nothing. There was something. To start, I thought it was another tree, tall and thin. I know what it was now. That the Slenderman isn't just stalking me when I'm awake. It's also haunting me when I sleep. Well, guys, that was... oh no. That was a creepypasta. It's called Slenderman, My Story. Links in the description. This is the first part of it, I should add. So, yeah. It says that this story is actually based on real events, so I'm trusting that. Anyway, guys. Look behind you. Always remember, stay safe. Don't let the pasta monster get you.